This is the 2013 Toyota FJ Cruiser Trail Team Edition. The color is called Cement, and it is the only model other than the white that you can get is in the monotone, so it's all one color. And each year Toyota does a special edition similar to this. In 2007 it was the black on black TRD. 2008 was the white. I believe that was the first year for a trail team. 2009 our region didn't get a special edition. 2010 was the Sandstorm, I believe it was called. 11 was the Army Green, which is probably one of my favorites. And then 2012 was the Radiant Red. And then this is the 2013, which is in Cement, which is probably my second favorite, I think. Some of the exterior features that the trail team is going to get to are everything is going to be blacked out. So like you see, the grille is blacked out. The bumper ends, which are normally silver, these guys here are blacked out. The door handles and the outside mirrors are going to be blacked out. We'll have the simulated beadlock wheels with Good Rich all-terrain tires. Rock rails are standard as part of the trail team package. This particular one does have the TRD exhaust. It's a catback exhaust, but you can see the TRD tip right there. And here is the FJ Cruiser Trail Team badge. Roof rack is standard on the Trail Team package as well, whereas it's an option on all the other models. And when we get to the inside, it has the cement accents on the door panel and also on the radio surround. You see that door panel there, and also the seats have the gray inserts to kind of match with the cement color. Also in the inside you have the two different shift knobs for the automatic transmission, and also your four-wheel drive shifter have the aluminum billet knobs. Also get the Trail Team door sill protectors. A new addition for 2013 Trail Team is what's called crawl control. It's a primarily off-road feature that you could adjust and vary your speed, and the car will control its speed if you're off-roading, whether it's crawling over rocks or any other type of sticky situations. You do have two other buttons on here. A-Track stands for Advanced Traction Control, or Active Traction Control, I should say. And what that is going to do, like say if you get two wheels in the air when you're off-roading, whether crawling over rocks or washouts or whatever, it'll electronically brake the wheels that are spinning and force power to the wheels that are on the ground and have grip, and help you get out of situations. And the other button next to it is the electronic locking rear differential, which is also part of the Trail Team package. It is available on other models, but it's definitely on the TRD packages and the Trail Team editions. And this knob will turn crawl control on and off, or to adjust the speed of crawl control, the button in the middle will turn it on and off. And crawl control will keep the vehicle going for probably like 2, 3, 4, 5 miles an hour. You don't have to worry about touching the throttle or touching the brake. That way you can worry about maintaining steering control and not have to worry about stopping or slowing down or anything like that. Under the hood of the FJ is a 1G RFE 4-liter V6. Puts out 260 horsepower and 271 foot-pounds of torque. This 4-liter has been in the FJ since 2010 in this configuration with the dual variable valve timing. The previous 4-liter only put out about 236 horsepower or so, and only had variable valve timing on the intake valves. The new one has it on both the intake and the exhaust, which allows for greater performance and actually a little bit better fuel economy. One feature from the outside of an FJ that some people don't realize is it does have 3 wiper blades. They're small 14-inch, 13, 14-inch or so wiper blades, and most people usually don't realize it until they actually have to use them. The second door in the back opens kind of like a suicide door. There is a handle on the inside right there. Pull that to release the handle. And you have less room in the back seat than a 4Runner does, but it's about comparable to a double cab Tacoma, I would think. The back seats do fold down. You have this strap right here. Pull the strap. That part goes up. You have a lever here. Pull the headrest down. Push this button. Oops. Front seat's back too far. And then the seats are, it does angle up, it doesn't go completely flat, but enjoy that space. The floor in the FJ is this rubber or vinyl material, so it's very easy to clean up if you are off-roading or get dirty or a mess or muddy or whatever you get into. It's found in the back, and it's also found in the very back of the cargo area. But back here, there's all kinds of junk and stuff. The back door in an FJ is side hinged on the driver's side, so it opens up similar to what the RAV4 used to be, which is no longer that way. They discontinued that and went to the top hinge normal hatch. You can lock the rear door open, say if you're on a hill, so this way you cannot close the door. And just push it again and you could close it. The rear window does open. I'll show you how that works. Helps if I have the key. There it is. Put the key in the ignition in here. Turn to the right and hold it. And it pops. And that allows you to put your stuff in. Here is the power inverter, which I mentioned earlier. It's a 120 volts up to 400 watts. It'll put out 400 watts when the vehicle is in park and stationary and not moving, and then as you're driving, it'll put out up to 100 watts. It could come in handy to charge like a digital camera or something like that. When I had my FJ before, that's what I used to do when I'd go off-roading or at the Power Gun Adventure Park up in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. I would charge my digital camera on the way up using that outlet. Here you have storage bins in your tool. This one's just for storage. And this one probably, here's your tools and for your jack and your leg wrenches and all that stuff. The FJs do come with a auto-dimming rear view mirror, and in that is a backup camera screen is built into that. So as soon as you put it in reverse, and you get that, it's going to show you what is behind you with a little grid. And I could set in other videos. Once you get to that red line, you're about 12 inches or so away from backing into something. Put it back in the park. Goes in the center of the dash here. You're going to notice you have a floating ball style compass. In the middle, you have your outside temperature, and the third dial on the right is what's called an inclinometer. So when you're off-roading at different angles and stuff, you can see what your degree of angle is. And also is when you're going up hills and approach angles, departure angles, that type of deal. And below it is your radio. This radio is a little bit different than pretty much all the other radios that are in Toyota vehicles. It's similar to what they used to always have in theirs. Turn it back down. Satellite radio is built into this model. So if you hit the radio button, and you get XM satellite radio is on. Preview just set up, I guess. This. There we go. Get a little octane. You do get a 3-month free trial with satellite radio, and after 3 months is over, it'll just stop working. So they used to have an option where you could change the colors and stuff of the screen. Let me turn this off and see if they had a. Nope, doesn't work the way it used to. Below the radio here, you have your traction control and stability control button, which traction control is going to do, it's going to help you when you're first starting out. It'll help limit wheel spin, and then if you're trying to floor it and go too fast, it's actually going to start cutting air and fuel to the engine, so it helps you regain traction. The button below that, this will turn on your power outlet that is actually in the back, which actually I can show you. I'll take a clip of it and add it into the section where I talked about the rear of the vehicle. And then to the right of that, you have your 12-volt power outlet and also a USB and auxiliary plug. The vehicle does have Bluetooth, so you can actually do Bluetooth. Controls are right there and voice-activated dialing and stuff. I have other videos on YouTube that you can check out to see how to pair it. It'll work very similar to what the other systems work like. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, you have your volume controls. You use this to change stations. Mode will switch from like AM to FM to XM or to CD or auxiliary or USB or whatever audio source you would like to use. And lights and turn signals are the standard Toyota issue, same as the wiper controls. And the cruise control is very similar to pretty much every other Toyota model. Behind these buttons, you have your power mirror switches, and then the RSCA off button. What that stands for is roll sensing curtain airbags off. Now if you push this button once, it does not do anything. You have to push it and hold it for about 4 or 5 seconds. Then on the dash, you will get that RSCA off button. And what that lets you know is your side airbags are turned off. So if you are off-roading and at a severe angle, the vehicle might think you're about to roll over and deploy the side airbags before you would actually roll over. But with them turned off, they will only deploy on the event of impact. So say if you do roll it over and smash into a rock or something, it will deploy on impact, not before it impacts. So push it and hold it again, turns the button off, turns the light off. Also in the rearview mirror here, you see the 3 little buttons with the houses on them. You can program those for garage door openers or any RF radio wave devices like gates or lights or whatever. And then the 2 other buttons are for your power to turn the auto dimming feature of the mirror on and off. Above the steering wheel right in front of you, you have an additional storage compartment. Be a handy place to put like registration cards, insurance cards. You can keep them handy. And on the tailgate here, inside your center of the spare tire is where your backup camera is located. You can see the lens right there in the middle. There is an additional center cap in the glove box in case you would need to put this wheel on there. So you have 5 center caps and 5 wheels, because believe me, trust me, those center caps are expensive. It wouldn't surprise me if they approach $40, $50 for this vehicle. Like all Toyota models, this comes with the Star Safety System, in which the Star Safety System is anti-lock brakes, and it's a 4-channel ABS system. So each wheel has its own independent sensor for wheel speeds, and the ABS system will brake each wheel independently depending on what the load situation is and what the readings it's getting from yaw sensors and all that good stuff. Very much above my pay grade and knowledge level. But the traction control is the second part of the Star Safety System, which what traction control is going to do is going to help you when you're first starting out. I talked about that a little bit once we were inside the vehicle. And it'll independently brake the rear wheels to help you gain traction. Stability control has been standard on all Toyota SUVs since 2004 and is now required by the government. And all 2012 models must have stability control standard. And what stability control is going to do is going to help you maintain control of the vehicle. So like you wouldn't be able to take this vehicle in an empty parking lot that's covered with snow and do donuts. You would actually, this stability control would prevent that from happening. It's designed to keep the vehicle on its intended path. And then brake assist is the next feature of Star Safety System. Brake assist is going to, say in the event of a panic situation and you slam on the brakes, say your foot slips off the pedal, and the brake assist will take over and maintain 100% brake pressure. It's only in a panic braking situation. If you stab the pedal quick and let it off right away, it may not do it, but if you try to stab on it and slam the brakes very hard, it should take over and maintain the control. Electronic brake force distribution, what that is, it's going to vary the brake distribution force on all 4 wheels independently, again, left to right, front to back, depending on the load of the vehicle. So say if you're by yourself, nothing else in the vehicle, the majority of the brake pressure is going to be in the front. But say you put a hitch on it, have a trailer, have the back full of cargo, have 3 passengers with you, the weight distribution in the vehicle is going to be significantly different, and you'll have a little more braking pressure going towards the rear, but still majority up front, but you will have more in the rear as well. The other part of the Star Safety System is Smart Stop technology. What Smart Stop technology is going to do is, in the event of the situation where you have your foot on the gas and the brake above 5 miles an hour, the brake is always going to override the gas pedal, and basically the gas pedal becomes dead. It will not function, and you can put it to the floor with your foot on the brake and it won't do anything. That's one of the answers to the pedal recall situation back in 2010, because the majority of those cases NHTSA found out was pedal misapplication, and floor mat interference was most of those cases.